What's up, guys? Treasure Films here. So I don't know if to say welcome back or welcome because I mean I kind of removed all my past videos, but I am doing Best Picture predictions for this year. Now I love the Oscars. I love watching the Oscars, so I'm 100% doing these predictions. I love to do them. If people watch this, I will do more of them. I'll do like director and actor, actress, and screenplay ones. I'll maybe do the text. I'm not too high on the text. Like I'm not too sure about the text, but here we go. So currently at number one, I've got Dune Part 2. Now, currently, this is just a placeholder, but, it's got great reviews. The box office was very fucking good. No doubt it's going to get a bunch of tech noms. Like, I think it's the front runner for a bunch of those. And I think it could surpass the first with its amount of Oscars that it gets, or nominations at least. And if that got a Best Picture nomination, this is definitely going to get in, and as I said before, I've seen it. Everyone loves it. I think it's like still in the top 15 on IMDb. I think it's still in the top 250 on Letterboxd, so it's kind of like, yeah, I think a lot of people love it, and I think it's gonna get in. And number two, I have Sing Sing. I've heard raves about this since TIFF. I cannot wait to watch it. I think it's out in the UK in the end of August. I think it's either August or September. I can't quite remember. From what I've heard, this has like screenplay, actor, director potential. I've heard it's very feel good and it has a good message. So it's one of those movies that, especially last year, Oppenheimer was not a very feel good movie. So they might want to go for just a feel good movie. That it's just it makes them feel good, and this seems like it's going to be that movie. So yeah, I am very excited to see that. It's A24. They usually have good campaigns for the stuff they're really going for, and it seems like this is going to be one they're really going to go for. And number three, I have Blitz, the new film from Steve McQueen starring Saoirse Ronan and Harris Dickinson. I think Stephen Graham's in it as well. I've not got the cast list beside me, so I'm not too sure, but I think it's this year's biggest Oscar bait movie. It's set in the war. It's about the bombing. It's about the bombings. It's from an Oscar. Is he Oscar? I know 12 Years a Slave won Best Picture, but I don't think I know because Alfonso Cuarón won director that year, so I don't think he is one. But Apple's behind it. I think this is definitely gonna get in. I think it's their biggest. It's Apple's biggest award. It's Apple's biggest contender. They're gonna put everything they have into this. It's gonna. I think it could win BAFTA personally. That's what I think. It's a big British film. They might give it. I mean, right now I know it might not be. I've heard reports that it's not going to be going to any of the festivals right now, but that's just because I think Apple, um, they haven't found a distributor for it yet. So I think they're wanting to find a distributor for it first, and then they'll put it out there. At number four is Joker Folie à Deux. I'm actually really excited for this, and yes, I have it at number four. I usually don't always nominate sequels unless it's doing something different. And I think with this being a musical, it's doing something different. And I think it could get in if they want to nominate a musical. I mean, the first heavily overperformed at the Oscars, so this one could too. I think I was already excited for this, but and then the trailer came out, and I got even more hyped. Cause I think this has a lot of tech potential. There's some music potential in there. The first one, score and actor, so I think they're already, people are looking at them to be nominated. I think, as of right now, I think Lady Gaga might be frontrunner for Best Actress. But, yeah, I think that this could be good. If it's good, it will definitely get in. And I see it doing as well as the first at the Oscars. I see it doing just as well. And next, I have Queer, directed by Luca Guadagnino, and written by Justin Kuritzkis, which follows an ex-heroin addict in the 1940s, played by Daniel Craig, who is driven to pursue a young man. From what I have heard, the book is based on is very, very good. It's a Pulitzer Prize-winning novel. And with the Luca Guadagnino and Justin Kuritzkis having done Challengers, there's going to be a lot of eyes on this one, especially, and this is one that's been confirmed to be playing at Venice. I have a feeling it'll probably go TIFF, New York, London as well, because I'm not too sure if this has a distributor yet. I'm not 100% sure. But there's going to be eyes on this. Daniel Craig from me right now is a lock for supporting actor. Not lock, but like a front runner right now. And yeah, I definitely think that this is going to go places. I also think that it seems more Oscar baity than Challengers, so I think if people want to vote for that, they might just vote for this instead, because it's more likely to get a nomination rather than Challengers is. I mean, I love Challengers, I do think it's great, but this, I can see this doing very well. It seems like very traditional Oscar baity stuff, and I think it could be good. Next is Anora from Sean Baker, the Palme d'Or winner at Cannes this year. I've never seen a film from Sean Baker, but I have heard they're really good. I think the closest he got into getting at the Oscars, I know Florida Project got some. I think Did Willem Dafoe get nominated for that? I think Willem Dafoe got nominated for that. I've heard a lot of people saying it's one of his best films, and his direction is fucking incredible. I've heard his screenplay is incredible as well, so I expected to get in for them. I've heard Mikey Madison is absolutely brilliant in this as well. As I've heard with all of his movies, the lead performances are very good. So I think he could finally get his dues from the Academy and get nominated. And I've seen a lot of people saying that this could win. I don't quite see that, but it is Neon. I think this is their biggest movie that they're gonna put everything towards, and yeah, I'm very excited to see it. I think it's got a release in October, I think, so it's definitely gonna do the fall fests. It's gonna do like Telluride, TIFF, hopefully London, and hopefully it might do the Edinburgh Film Festival because I'm gonna be going to that. Next is Conclave, the second feature from All Quiet on the Western Front director Edward Berger. Now, it's a bit lower than I think a lot of people have it, just simply because a lot of directors who have successes with their first films then completely fall off with their second feature. It just kind of happens. The sun. The sun, yeah. From what I've heard, the book it's based on is a very good book. It's a page turner with a lot of twists from what I've heard. So I already think screenplay happening there. Edward Berger could get in for director because he didn't for All Quiet, which was kind of surprising. Ralph Fiennes is up there. I think John Lithgow is up there, and I can't remember who else is in this. I can't for the life of me remember who else is in this, but from what I've heard, the acting it's in people's top fives for the acting. So I could definitely see it getting that. I could just see it getting Tex as well. I definitely see this being a big awards player. And I think Ralph Fiennes, yeah. I see this doing quite well, and that's why I have it in. Next is The Piano Lesson. Now, a filmed version of an August Wilson play produced by Denzel Washington. From what I've heard, on Broadway, this is a complete acting showcase. Everybody that plays the role of Samuel L. Jackson has won. I think Samuel L. Jackson actually won stuff on Broadway for this. I'm not 100% sure, but this is going to be an acting showcase like Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was. It's going to be an acting showcase. If it's good enough to get into the other places, I don't know, but I know Ma Rainey was like on the cusp of Best Picture in 2021, so I definitely see this being close for Best Picture, and I think this is going to the festivals as well, the fall festivals, so I could see this place at TIFF. I could definitely see this place at TIFF, and I see it getting nominated right now. Next is The End from Joshua Oppenheimer, which is a golden age style musical about the last surviving family after an apocalypse, with the cast including Tilda Swinton and George Mackay. I don't know what's going on with this film. Apparently, it's not going to any of the festivals. Neon is not doing anything with it. And the reason it is so low is because I had this much higher until doing this, but it's just Neon they've got too many films this year. They have way more. They've just got too many, in my opinion, and I think as they're not really doing much with this, I don't know if it's going to get in. But it being a golden age style musical with that cast, I see this getting in. It's going to have Tex from what I can think. It's just going to, this has a very high ceiling, low floor kind of thing for me. If it comes out and they campaign it, could get very high, very, very high number of nominations. But then I could also see it just getting like original song. I could also see it just getting lower stuff. But, I'm looking forward to it if it comes out this year. I actually won't be surprised if Neon pushes it till next year just because they maybe have too many films this year, but whatever. So to round out the 10, I have The Seed of the Sacred Fig, which also premiered at Cannes. It got, I think, the Cannes Special Jury Award at Cannes. I know it's an Iranian movie. Got raves at Cannes. The director was actually imprisoned because his movies speak out against the Iranian government. He actually escaped and is currently on the run from the Iranian government, but he appeared at the Cannes premiere for this and got a standing ovation because of what he's doing with his movies. I think it's speaking out against like the treatment of women in Iran. I think this is going to hit with a lot of people. From what I've heard, it's very good, and it's got a message that a lot of people will want to nominate. The director's branch are going to try and nominate Mohammad Reza Lulov. I'm sorry if I pronounced his name wrong there. I think they're gonna nominate him. I think Neon have this as well, in the US anyway. I think they're gonna try and nominate him. I definitely think they're gonna go for it. And from what I've heard, this is a really good movie, so it has potential in elsewhere. Not international feature though. If people think that this is gonna be this year's international film, Iran are not gonna submit this. They're not gonna do it. They're getting into some other predictions. Some outside my 10 that could get in. The Apprentice, the Donald Trump film with Sebastian Stan as the ex-president. Now, I originally had this in just because I know a lot of the Academy do not like Trump, specifically was it the 2016 or 2017 Oscars that a lot of speeches spoke out against him. And the movie doesn't portray him in a good light. So I definitely think that if you don't like Trump, you're going to like this movie. I don't fucking like him. I'm really excited for it. I mean, I'm excited for it because it's also got Jeremy Strong in it as well, and I really like him. But there's a lot of legal trouble behind this, as Trump is trying to take it down. And one of the financiers behind the film thought it was going to be showing him in a good light, and is not happy with the way it shows Trump. So, but maybe who knows? Trump with his fucking other legal cases might just back off from this one. But he's got a cease and desist against it, so no US distributor has bought it yet. No one wants to touch it right now. I'm gonna estimate it'll probably play the festivals. I think to try and get distribution, they will submit it to the festivals, so they'll definitely try that. But this has acting potential. From what I've heard, the makeup's very good, so I think this is winning potential in places. Night Bitch, starring Amy Adams. This actually just got announced. It's going to be premiering at TIFF, and now someone else say Amy Adams is getting like a TIFF prize, like an acting prize at TIFF, like an acting tribute, and every person that has went on to win that has went on to win their respective acting category at the next Oscars for the film that was premiering for them there. So Night Bitch is the film premiering there. It stars Amy Adams as a woman who transforms into a dog at night. This is, in my opinion, this is one of Searchlight's biggest plays. The test screening reactions have been very divisive. Some people absolutely loved it. Some people fucking hated it. Searchlight, it was originally going to go to Hulu, but Searchlight put it in a prime December release slot. Given the fact it's doing the fest, I think it's going to do more of the fest. I won't be surprised if it plays New York. It'll probably play London. I think this could just be Amy Adams. I think she could win. I think I do have her in my Actress 5. She could get in. But as of right now, I do have this outside. If, however, Searchlight do push it more, this could get in. Next is Bird by Andrea Arnold. A lot of solid reviews that I can. People saying it's got a great performance. It's one of her best films, and it's very quaint and quiet. Picked up by Movie. Yeah, this could be good. Then we got A Real Pain. I actually have seen this movie. I do like this movie. I think it's very good. I have it in for right now. Right now I think Kieran Culkin's going to be in lead. If he's put to supporting, I'll change him to supporting. But right now I have lead actor and screenplay, original screenplay, because I thought the screenplay was great. And I thought the acting was great. This is their other biggest play that came from Sundance. They bought it from Sundance. They released the trailer yesterday, and I mean, as I've already seen it, I think the trailer for this looks great. I am very excited to see this again. I'm annoyed it's coming out in January in the UK though. I think it's October in the US. So this will definitely play the festivals. I think they're wanting this. I could see this winning. I could see this getting placed at TIFF. I'm not sure outside of the other two categories I mentioned there though for A Real Pain, but it could get in. Then I have Challengers. Now this is my favourite movie of the year so far, but I just don't see the team behind it getting double nominations for it. And I think Queer looks more Oscar baity. Could see this getting a score nomination though, because I think the score's brilliant. Apparently, I fucking love the score. If Queer fails, if it's not as good as everyone thinks it will be, I could see this getting in there. I think it might. There's a lot of people love it. It plays with editing in a really nice way. I don't think it'll get editing without Best Picture, but it's happened before, so it could. And then there's acting potential for this. They're not in my 5, but they're in my 10 right now. Next, I have The Nickel Boys, based on a Pulitzer Prize-winning novel. This is probably going to premiere at TIFF. I think MGM and Amazon have it for an October release. I've heard this has screenplay and acting potential, and Amazon have it. This could do really well. Juror number 2, we don't really know much. I don't even know if this is coming out this year, but hey, it's a courtroom drama by Clint Eastwood. He sneaks in all the time at Oscars. This could have acting potential, screenplay potential. So yeah, I've got him. Next is Nosferatu. It's got a prime award season Christmas Day release. I don't see this getting much outside of like technical nominations, like makeup and hair, stuff like that. it is very genre heavy, and it is Robert Eggers. I mean, I for one am very very excited for this. I hope in the UK they play the trailer for it before the Bike Riders, because I really want to see the trailer for this. I'm very excited for this movie. I love Robert Eggers' previous films, and it'd be good to see him get into the Oscars. I think he's great, but I just think it'll probably be a bit too weird for the Academy. But the last I have here, it's a Forrest Gump reunion. That I was bringing back a lot of the cast, but it's weird. It's done in like one room. It's like one room throughout the decades or something. I'm not too sure, but it's got Tom Hanks by Robert Zemeckis, which is right now, which is why it's very low. It's got a November release. I think it's Sony releasing this. This is gonna play festivals. I definitely think it will. And yeah, I could see this. This has a very high ceiling and a very low floor, because this could get a fuck ton of nominations, but it could also just get none. That's why I have it so low. I'm just not sure if I trust this. I don't know if it will be their thing. If it is their thing, I see it getting a lot of nominations though. That's it. That's all my films I'm going to talk about here. There are more movies, but I will update once I know more. Stay tuned, because I will be doing the other predictions, and I'm going to start doing more reviews on this. That's all. Thank you guys. Take care.